AI enables computers to learn and solve problems. AI technology is developing at a high speed, a lot of investment with it. And there's that worry of jobs. People are worried about that. So AI technology is developing at a really high speed. Just let me have a drink of water for a second because I'm about to cough, and you don't want that on a webinar. And number 3, excuse me, AI is likely to play a role in 70% of text and data-heavy tasks by 2025. So you've got where it's auto-predict on you. And I used to be superb at spelling, but now even I'm thinking, how do you spell that again? Because the technology you use actually spells it for you. And the cutting and pasting and all of that, it's absolutely brilliant. Are you one of those people where you look at an ordinary photograph, now I do this, or a newspaper article or a magazine or a book, and you try and enlarge it, and then you remember that it's not on your iPhone? So AI is likely to play a role in 70% of text and data-heavy tasks by 2025. And 71% of organizations do not provide guidance on when, where, or how to use AI. And I think that's why we're pushed to do this webinar, because lots of organizations don't know where to start. So I want to also point out that the statistics for number 3 are from 2023 Gartner survey, and number 4 statistics are from Gallagher's, which is my maiden name actually, 2023-24 State of the Sector report. So I want to, just remind you that there's some good articles that the CIPD have done. You might want to Google and read. Office workers turn into generative AI to improve their skills, and you can use articles to stay up to date with what's going on and what the industry is thinking. And if the article will be in the related content box. So that's the did you know. So let's talk about what is AI, and hopefully clear some things up. It is brilliant, but there is also downsides to stuff as well, isn't there? So what is AI? Okay, examples of how I nearly went ow. Examples of how AI is used by businesses. So data analysis, brilliant. Having done lots of feasibility studies over the years and not had access to something like data analysis and AI, which makes life so much easier. It took me ages. You do a feasibility study, it takes you days to do it and collect and research. So to use AI for data analysis and smart picking is brilliant. Administrative tasks, quality control. So what AI is, the automation of cognitive behavior that is automating the collection, processing, and interpretation of information. So what we've got are types of AI, which I mentioned earlier. We've got machine learning. So what we have are there's actually 2 types of basic AI, which one is narrow AI for weak AI, and these are systems designed to accomplish specific tasks such as voice recognition, recommendation systems. It could be image recognition, and they operate under a limited set of constraints and are programmed for specific tasks, like Siri, for example, Alexa, Amazon's Alexa, or a chess program. And so if you're playing chess on your iPhone, that type of thing. And then we've got general AI, which is what we call strong AI. And these are systems that possess the capability to perform any intellectual task that a human being can do. They can understand, they can learn, they can adapt as well. They collate and implement knowledge from different domains. They grab it. As of now, this type of AI exists largely in theory and research, has not been fully realized. And AI can also be classed into, more types based on functionality as well. So we've got things like reactive machines. So these AI systems, they can't form memories or use past experiences to make future decisions, but they can only react to a limited set or sequence of inputs. So if you're like me, it sort of goes whoosh, when we go into the deeper and we delve deeper into AI. And an example would be something like IBM, they have a chess playing supercomputer called Deep Blue, and that's a reactive machine. Limited memory AI, these AI systems can make use of past experiences, and that's used from stored data to influence future decisions, but also they analyze historical data to make a decision. And most existing applications like autonomous vehicles and chatbots fall into this category. There's also a proposed a concept, which I spoke about earlier on, for super intelligent AI. And this refers really to those systems that we've seen on the television that surpass human beings as the smartest and most capable entities on Earth. Now, theoretically, they're able to improve themselves quickly and dramatically. It's a concept that fits more into the realm of futurism, which, is something I love and I specialize in, and science fiction as of now. But the types of AI that we see on a day-to-day basis are machine learning, where computers learn by those examples and teach themselves to carry out pattern recognition tasks without being explicitly programmed. And then we've got that machine perception, which is the ability of processors to analyze data to accurately recognize and describe people, and its actions, things like speech recognition, machine control, which is the design of robots and other automated machines. And I think before we even speak about AI, we need to understand what AI is and how it's used. And actually, when I was in Canada a couple of years ago, I got in an Uber, and the Uber driver was he was in I always go for the green one because they're always cleaner than any others, because people look after Teslas basically. And I got in this Tesla, and the driver was a guy that had a job during the day and just did this in the evening. And I was talking about AI. He said, it's funny you talk about that, because what I do is I work in the film industry, and I don't know actually what he does, but he says what they're using now quite often is when the actors are getting older, as you've seen already, they're using the AI to alter that image. And there's a series, I think, in Canada or where there's a child actor who's obviously getting older now, but they've been able to, to freeze that image, and so that person never ages. So we're seeing it in all different ways now. And, examples of AI are data analysis, smart picking, administrative tasks, quality control, business intelligence software, collaboration platforms, social networking platforms, copy, creative writing, generative AI tools. I think with creative writing, I don't use AI to write things. I like to see human errors actually, but also I think that the how would I describe it? The passion, the imagination as well. I think you can clearly see, and read when somebody's personally wrote it than using AI to write it. So social networking platforms, copy and creative writing, which is great for some purposes, but sometimes it's, you're losing that flair, I think. Generative AI tools. I'm sure those AI designers there would go, no, Amanda, you're wrong. Generative AI tools and recruitment. So artificial intelligence and its application for everyday use as a business use has grown dramatically anyway. We've seen it in work in the past few years, apart from within tools like ChatGPT, which have received much attention and uptake. AI capability is being integrated and integrated into an expanding range of digital applications that technology evolves. We have an amazing AI expert from Oxford that works works with us at the CIPD HR Inform, is employed by us to evolve our systems for you as well. And I want to just give a hats off to Jude there, who works for us and is evolving our artificial intelligence to help you when you ask us a question. So besides specialist HR software, you should consider where existing business software and free tools can be used to enhance your people practices. So for example, business intelligence software might be Power BI, I think it's called, Tableau, Looker. Oh, do you like my French accent there? Tableau. It can help with reporting and sharing key people insights with business leaders. There's collaboration platforms like Zoom, for example, Teams, Slack. They're great for engaging with hybrid teams. And there'll be people out there that don't even realize they're using AI. But social networking platforms like Glassdoor, Google Reviews, that's another sort of form of AI that can provide insight into what people think of your organization, while LinkedIn can be used for sourcing, connecting with candidates. And generative AI tools like ChatGPT, Claude, and Gemini can be useful for many things, like brainstorming ideas, or maybe thinking of an idea for a brand or something, and drafting text even. Meanwhile, AI powered research tools like Consensus, Elicit, Semantic Scholar can support with evidence-based HR by helping you discover relevant literature quickly. And other examples that are more specific to industry include things like due diligence, contract report writing, dictation. That's in commercial industries, in haulage industries, which I don't know if you know, the AI again is used, especially with weather, self-driving, loading, driving assist, robot and drone delivery. And in manufacturing, which we've seen for a while now, AI can be used for smart picking. I know Amazon do it, error detection, quality control, and they log it as they go along. Some companies are using AI in their recruitment processes, so online psychometric assessments. But again, that comes with a downside, because we are getting more and more people now. I think there's a 44% increase. I'm not sure on that statistic, by the way, with neurodiversity and people getting recognized for having that. And ADHD, for example, and the whole spectrum of different personalities that the human race has. We need to recognize that the human race has such a diverse range of different personalities. And the fact is that sometimes the psychometric assessments don't fit everybody. And if somebody makes you aware of the fact that they are on any spectrum, that you need to adapt that accordingly. And I think that more of those psychometric companies are adapting those, and pre-screening candidates, updating them on application processes, and analyzing video interviews. And actually, they're in the process of recruitment, what we do see is we see these smart programs being used where they cherry pick keywords. I'm still quite old-fashioned, I have to tell you that. I like human interaction. I like to meet people. Not everybody knows how to fill an application form in perfectly or send a CV off, and knows what keywords to use. And also analyzing video interviews as well is another form of AI that we've seen in recruitment as well.